In this video, I'll be going over how we help agencies to build no-brainer offers, book 30 to 100 qualified calls every single month, close sales calls above 20%, add an extra $100,000 a month to their monthly revenue, and I'll go over the math behind that, and build an agency essentially that grows and runs without you needing to be involved as the founder. So this, most importantly, is without courses, coaching, lead gen agencies, paid advertising, or working 12 hours a day, because you've most likely already tried doing these things. So in terms of the agenda, firstly, I'm going to be covering who we are, like why even listen to us in the first place, why AGP was created, the 0 to 100,000 per month breakdown, and then the actual implementation process, exactly how we do what we do, and how you can replicate it into your own agency with or without us, right? So firstly, in terms of who we are, we're one of the fastest growing agency consultancies in the space. We have worked with around 250 agency clients already, and this is in a very short time that we've been here. And I mean, some other stuff, we coach inside some of the biggest names or biggest programs in the space, people like Iman Gaji, Charlie Morgan, all of that. And in total, without the clients, there's around 3,000 agencies coach. And I mean, I get the question all the time, like, it was like, oh, how did you get inside these programs, all of that? I'll be honest, like they just saw the hundreds of case studies that we have. They sent me a message. They were like, hey, you interested in coaching? I was like, sure, let's talk about it. That's the story. So that's pretty much it. So in terms of why AGP was created, firstly, so background, I started as an appointment setter. I used to do pay-per appointment bookings for other agencies, and that's how I got started in the space. And that's how I actually learned what books meetings, like under the pressure of having to do it, right? So I used these skills to launch my agency because there was obviously a lot more leverage in doing that. You know, I went from doing everything myself to building an agency that can eventually grow and run without me, which is where all this is coming from. So we scaled fast. Right? We're charging around $3,000 to even up to $10,000 at a point per month, working with around 100 agencies. And the real issue, I'll be honest, for these agencies, I mean, the agencies referring to you guys, the issue wasn't leads. I mean, obviously they could benefit from more leads, but it was that most of the founders had no systems to scale, right? So I kept seeing the same pattern. Founders, they were doing literally everything. It's like, I'd be on a call with them, they're like, Ethan, man, like I'm doing client support, I'm doing marketing, I'm doing sales, I'm doing the financing, I'm doing literally everything. And like I was putting here, it's like duct tape together courses with some setters and like a little bit of ads. I'm like, why are you doing LinkedIn? And it's like all these things. And while I'm going through this, I mean, we have all these case studies and I thought I might as well just like sprinkle them in throughout this. So people like Zach add an extra 120K in 90 days, Vimal 130K. Again, I'll just leave that there. So eventually I was turning people away. We had so much demand for what we did because we weren't just doing the lead gen. We were doing the lead gen, we were doing the setting, we were doing the offers, we were doing even helping with the sales and the delivery as well. And this is when I realized instead of doing it done for them, we could build the infrastructure with them. And this is done with you with real accountability and execution. So the thing is, when we thought about this, we were like, you know, maybe we should just do a course, do a course, have group coaching calls, and life will be good. Because this is what everyone in the space is doing. But then we did it, we had the course, and we're like, look, there's some, and I'll be honest, even doing it the way that we did it, we still had, honestly, more results than nearly anyone else, but let me not talk about that. But we had the course, we had the program, but people they just didn't do it. And we're like, why? It's like the best, most in-depth modules we could possibly make, and it's like, you're not doing it? It was weird. Then we're like, okay, maybe they need some coaching aspect. Maybe they need some one-on-one calls with me, with the team, just to get things going. But it still didn't. It's like they got better results. They were like, Ethan, this is fantastic. I mean, I really love this, but look, I can only talk to you like once a month, like one-on-one. I was like, okay, we need something else. And then, I mean, besides the fact that done for you agencies, they just left agencies dependent. And it's like, look, it's understandable. The thing is, if you work with a done for you lead gen agency, people who are going to like go out, get you bookings, maybe they do it on email, on LinkedIn, things like that. They have like 50 clients, so it's like, if something small in your messaging isn't working, which is actually very important, but they won't really care. It's like, they won't really worry about it. And the thing is, like, I can only say these things because, and again, I'm going to be honest with you guys. It's like, we used to run the done for you lead gen agency. So we know these things. So it's like, when you work with 100 clients and one guy's like, oh, but can you change the messaging on this one? It's like, it's very difficult to do it. And I hated the feeling of, I want to help everyone, but it's like, it's just too much. There's just too much bandwidth spread. So this is why we've created AGP. And what this is, and what it stands for, is Agency Growth Partner. It's a partnership between you and us. So we install the systems that generate leads, close clients, and scale the agency without you doing everything, but also without us doing everything. And what happens is it allows us to give you better feedback. It allows you to own the systems, and we'll talk about exactly how we do this in a second, but it also allows you to do it 10 times cheaper than done for you agency. Like, you don't even have to pay the 10K a month that people are paying us. But again, I digress. So what this looks like is every offer is reviewed. Every call is tracked. Every campaign is built with you. So you're not just given like, here's the course, here's the school group, like, good luck, message me for a case study. It's like, no, it's like we build the actual thing with you. So the goal is that we build an agency that can eventually grow and run without you. You know, the thing is, like, many of our clients, they start, I mean, like Jovan, at 0 to 11K in 80 days. Like, he wants to make more money. Fantastic. That's great. Other people, I mean, some of our clients, they want to build an agency so that they can sell it, right? They want to get it to, let's say, a couple $100,000 a month, maybe like 5 to 700,000, set it up, have the team in place, and then just remove themselves. Like, that's perfectly fine too. So if we have clients on this side who are making 300,000-500,000 a month who want to sell, I mean, it's like, we need to build the agency in a way that can, you know, in that it's sellable. So this is the approach that we're going to take. We don't want you to be relied upon for growth. You know? So what this looks like, okay, 0 to 100,000 per month breakdown. Now, obviously, a lot of our clients, I mean, 3, 5, 700,000 a month, but let me just give like the simple version, because this is to be honest, this is the majority of our clients. So the way we look at things is like every agency needs 2 things to scale, right? Information and execution, right? That's it. You need to know what to do, and you need to do those things. That's literally it. But let's break it down. So information in terms of what to do. Okay, this is the systems, the scripts, the processes. Exactly what do I do in what order to get the best results possible in the shortest amount of time. That's information. Execution is, okay, I have all this info, but how can I get it personalized to me? How can I have someone hold me accountable every single day to get these things done? How can I have every single message, every single script that I do personally reviewed to make sure it's perfect? That's what accountability is. That's what the execution is. Now, most people, they have one or the other. Most people have none, and that's perfectly fine. You know, maybe the case that you've gone through some courses, but you have like some outdated info, to be completely honest. So you have like a little bit of info, but it's not perfect. And then you have like maybe some group coaching calls in this course thing that you're in, but it's like, there's like 100 people in there. So if you maybe get your question answered, it's like, maybe they can give you some feedback, but then they don't really care because the time's done. So the thing is, courses give you info without execution. Setters, agencies, ads, they give execution without the tailored info. You know, it's like a setter applied to a broken process, ads applied to a broken process is just more broken at scale. And you would think agencies are the same. But it's just not the case, because the thing is, when they have 50, 100 clients in, they don't actually want to personalize. They don't really care about personalizing to your situation. They're not going to use tailored systems to your agency and your needs and your cases because they don't need to be completely honest. And the thing is, I can only say this because we came from the side. Now, obviously, I do, let me not say like I don't care about the clients. I absolutely do. And that's why we made this shift. But it gets tough. It really does. And if they actually don't care, they're just not going to do it. If you do care, you're going to do it, but not to the highest degree. So either way, we provide both. And here's what it looks like. So we've obviously worked with near 300 agencies at this point. I want to give you some benchmarks just so you know, like, okay, where should I be at? How can I compare myself like, with numbers? So the outbound benchmarks, this is what we're aiming for. And I'll go over like the implementation plan in a second. So let's say you're sending 100 to 200 messages a day, right? To cold or warm prospects. So people maybe who engage with your stuff or people who don't even know who you are. It's fine. Our expectation is that you book at least 2 calls for every 100 messages you send, a 2% ABR. That's the minimum. So you should be booking around 2 calls a day at least. Like, this is like bare minimum. We booked like 20 calls the other day until the calendar was full, but let me not go into that. So over 5 days, like a weekday, you should be working around 10 calls a week, right? You can do it all completely free, no ad spend required. You're not risking 10,000 a month on ads or an agency. You can do it for free. You can use manual methods if you're starting out, doing it from scratch. We have clients who are completely fresh, brand new. We have others who are at, like I said, 200,000 a month. So anywhere on the spectrum, that's fine. So you can either do it manually or you could scale it up with automation and paid tools to around 2, 4, 6,000 messages a day. So the system stays the same and the throughput just scales with the volume. So what I mean by that is like the ABR, if you're booking for every 100 messages, you book 2 calls, that's going to stay the same. It's not going to change. It's just the volume that's going to go up. So let's just say at this point, you're booking 10, 20 calls a week. That's like bare minimum. Okay. So if that's the case, what we'd expect for founder-led sales. So founder taking the sales call, which is most likely in your case. If it's not, it's perfectly fine. You should be closing at least 20 to 25%, right, on these calls. So that means you're taking around 10 to 20 calls per week, which means you're signing around 2 to 5 new clients a month, right? And the math it's adding up. So at around a 2 to 4K a month retainer, and it's fine if you're not there yet, we can help you get to that point. That is $5,000 to $20,000 per month in new MRR added per month. And that compounds because you're keeping clients. So what that looks like is, okay, you've added 20,000 in the first month, 20,000 in the second month. Now you're at 40,000, 20,000 in the next month, 60,000. Like you can see it compounds. Now, the next thing we're going to focus on, and most people don't even come near this in terms of focusing on these things. But at this point, because we've seen it, like people ask like, oh, like, how did you come up with this? It's like, we've just seen it 3,000 times. So it's like, once you're getting all these clients coming in, this cash flow coming in, the next thing you need to do is buy back your time. Because as the cash flow goes up, if you're involved in everything, the workload goes up. So what we're going to do is once you start signing clients and getting cash flow in, we're going to use that as a tool to remove you as the founder from the day to day. So we follow a founder removal framework. Again, like, got to give credit where credit's due. I didn't come up with this. I mean, billionaires came up with this. So if you don't want to take my word for it, just listen to the guys with the B's. So what this looks like is we start with admin, delivery, then marketing, sales, and leadership. What this looks like is the first thing we're going to use the cash flow with, like as a tool for, is removing you from admin work. So things like onboarding clients, things like basic support, things like lead sourcing, the easiest things, the lowest leverage things that just take a ton of time. It's like grunt work. Once that's done, then we're going to get you out of delivery. Now, you don't have to get out completely. Some people I know like being in delivery, but whether that's 50% out, 80% out, 100% out, that's perfectly fine. Because what we're doing is we're getting you out of the tasks in order of lowest leverage to highest leverage. So admin, then delivery. So now at this point, you're just booking calls, closing deals, and managing your team, and they do the rest. Then we're going to get you out of marketing. So this is either setting or content, wherever you're getting your leads from. Some of our clients have a big brand, so they use content as their main approach to get leads. Some don't, so they just use setting. Either one's fine. So we can get you a setter. Then all you're going to be doing is you just take the sales calls and you just manage your team and make sure things are running. And we'll show you how to do the management, all that as well. Then sales. So I'll be honest, we've seen clients who scale to 200,000 a month, but it's still founder-led sales. So you actually don't have to get out of sales. But if you're like me and you just don't want to take sales calls and you want to focus on like strategic things, high-level decision-making, team management, hiring, all of that, then you can just get out of sales. We can get you a rep. And then at that point, it's just leadership, right? You're out of the day-to-day execution. You're just focused on managing the team and making sure things are moving smoothly. And the last thing is just getting like managers for these things, department leads, things like that. So essentially what we're going to be doing is sequentially document the systems, replace yourself, and unlock additional leverage. So all of these things we're going to help you with. So what this looks like, and again, like I was saying, we have hundreds of social proof and stuff. So I was like, I need to put it somewhere in this document. The thing is like, another thing I want to say, like, these are actual interviews with clients. Like, it's not what I see with some of these other people's videos and like these, like, we'll help agencies. It's like, they have some like weird half blurred out Discord screenshot or like some WhatsApp conversation where you can't even see the name or the picture as like their social proof. It's like, it's crazy, but let me not talk about them. But the key point is we've just seen this so many times. So people start from zero who get to 10,000 a month. We have people, like I was saying before, I mean, at 100,000, we get to 220,000. Like, these are all the scenarios that we see. So wherever you are in between there, it's perfectly fine. People focus on acquisition, right? Main thing holding back is just getting more bookings, signing more clients. Some is automation. So getting themselves out of the day to day, hiring people, whatever it is. I mean, we've seen it and we've done this across like 90 different industries as well, right? So what the implementation process looks like is because, you know, it's all good to say like, oh, we're going to do these things, but like how? And like how quickly? Because the thing is, as you can imagine, it's like if you did invest in like what we're doing or working with us, it's like our goal is just make you like help you make the money back as quick as possible. So that's going to be the thing in your head because that's what an investment does. You make the money back. So what the implementation would look like, assuming you come on board with like what we do, all of that, is phase 1, days 0 to 7. Like, we will move as quick as you can move. Like we'll be there like, hey, come on, like let's get this going. So you're going to get assigned your client success manager. We're going to open that communication and then get you in Slack as well. So you'll meet the team. You'll meet the people who's going to help you throughout the journey. I'll be in there too. And then you'll get your personalized roadmap. So based on your onboarding form, we're going to get where you are, where you want to go, and how can we just get there as quick as humanly possible, get you that ROI as quick as humanly possible. That's our goal, right? So it's going to be personalized for you. Then we're going to get your offer reviewed and get it optimized. So instant, we're going to do this same day. Outbound scripts and messaging finalized. We're going to get what you're doing. We're going to optimize it. If you don't have anything, we're going to get it built for you and then review it with you. Content, same thing. Get your messaging reviewed, finalized, or if you don't have it, get it built with you. These are optional. It's one or the other, right? So we just need somewhere to get the bookings in, get the attention. So again, we'll Everything here, we're going to recommend as we go through it. The same with like, okay, what platforms are we going to use? What lead source are we going to use? It's fine. The first thing we need to do is we need to get clear on your offer, who you're targeting, how we're going to be going about it. And based on that, we're going to recommend what platform and what approach is going to be best, right? So if you choose a specific industry, we're going to be like, okay, this platform is best for this. Email, LinkedIn. Okay, this platform, this is best for this. You could use cold calling, you could use content, you could use Instagram, whatever it is, right? So don't worry about the specifics. This is just how we're going to go about it. Then sales call, same thing. This is a very big one. We're going to get, because you should be getting the first bookings coming in at this point, ideally. We're going to get your sales call process refined, or if you don't have one, created. And at this point, the first goal is to get outbound live within the first week, and we're aiming for the first calls booked within the first few days. Now, phase 2, this is when things get even more interesting. So at this point, we have some data. We have your tracking sheets. So we can review your outbound performance, and we're aiming for a 2% ABR, which means 100 messages sent, 2 calls booked, right? If not, and this is where the courses and everything fail, because they don't have these things. It's like, yeah, we're going to give you the outbound systems. Oh, but like, what if it doesn't work? Join the group coaching call. Like, this is how they operate. So if it's not working, because we have the data, we're going to review your scripts. We're going to review your stats with our team. We're going to get on a call if necessary, or we can just do it async, like on Slack, and then we're going to make adjustments and give you feedback. Same with your sales calls. We're going to tell you to record your sales calls. We're going to review the calls. We're aiming for a 20% close rate. If not, our team's going to review it, and we're going to give you feedback, and we're going to assign a training plan. This training plan may include role plays, doing scripts, practicing with us, just making sure it's perfect so we can get you to KPI. Then, ideally, we're aiming to get the first client signed at this point. And then from there, we can start working on the delivery system. So we'll look at your backend SOPs, we'll help you build those, and we'll get the internal systems ready, Slack, CRM, delivery. If you already have that, perfect, speed things up. And then we'll also look into planning the next hires. So getting you out of admin, delivery, setting/marketing, sales, and the next, right? If needed, right? Then phase 3, 30 to 90. This is when things change a bit, because some clients can get these results quicker, some others. And I do want to emphasize, like, for things like this, we're aiming for 7 to 30 days. It may be the case, because again, like, we want to make sure you have the right expectations coming into this. It may be the case that it takes a bit longer. If you've never ever done a sales process or never spoken to a cold lead before, yeah, we're going to need to do some work, but we'll practice with you to make sure it's perfect. So don't think it's like, oh, I've never done this before. I have no experience. I have no offer. I have no skills. I have nothing. 10K in 30 days. It's like, no, maybe a bit longer than that. But again, we need to work on it. So phase 3, days 30 to 90. So we're going to optimize whatever the constraint is. If it's a low booking rate, we'll work on that. If it's like you're getting bookings, but you're not closing, we're going to be working on that. If it's delivery, we'll be working on that. Anything you guys need. Then we're going to scale what's working. So if you have the capacity, let's get more bookings. Let's get maybe some reps. Let's focus on the automations, connect you with our automation expert at the company. Whatever it is, we're going to support you in this. So we're going to make sure that you and your team is trained. Don't think that it's like, we're just talking to you and it's like, you must like figure out how to like convey it to your team and no, we can talk to your team. Your team can join the calls. Your team can join the Slack. Like, we'll work all together. We're part of this. We're partnership. So then we're going to begin the founder removal, assuming all these things are aligned. Admin, delivery, settings, sales, and growth becomes predictable, tracked, and scalable, right? That's the point where we get into here. So in terms of it, what's next? So if you've already booked a call and you're watching this on the post-booking page, then check out the other videos on this page or on YouTube or the free school as well. Just to make sure you have all the info. I really want to emphasize, like, I want you to use the free content, assuming you have the time. If you don't have the time, it's perfectly fine. But I want you to use the free content and ideally just get results before the meeting takes place. We've had this happen many times where people just use the free info. They're booking calls already. And when they come on the call, they're like, yeah, okay, this works. You don't need to like convince me. It's like, it's fine. Let's just scale it up. Let's get your personal support. We've had other clients who have signed clients before the call. We've had others who've scaled to 7 to 10K with the free info. So honestly, I would really implore you to use that. The free info is sufficient to do that. Like, if it wasn't, I would just tell you. I would say, just wait for the call. It's okay. It actually is. Like, we don't hold back on it. So use that, get results, and then we can talk on the call as well. Now, if you haven't booked a call and you're watching this on like some other location and you are looking to grow the agency, what I would do is I would schedule a time with one of our experts to put the roadmap together, right? And worst case scenario, because we'll get on the call, like I'll be completely honest, at the end of the call, if we think we can help, we'll let you know. There's so many people who are like, oh, you can leave your card at home and you like don't even worry about it. Like, by all means, if we think we can help, we'll tell you how. But worst case scenario, if we don't think it makes sense, and honestly, it happens very, very often, we'll just give you some free resources. You'll still have the roadmap, and we'll just give you an action plan that we can connect maybe a week later, 2 weeks later, 3 weeks, whatever it is. So yeah, book a call with one of our experts. They will make sure you have, like, I really want to emphasize, don't think it's just like some sales call and we're going to like Jordan Belfort you into a close. It's like, you're going to leave this call with so much clarity, so much education, so much confidence as well, whether you sign up with us or not. So this is the last point I wanted to put here. Again, don't treat this like, oh, I'm going to get sold to. Like, these are actual experts. Every single person who you would take a call with, whether it's me, whether it's my team, have either ran their own agency successfully, so they have arguably more insight than you or anyone else coming on these calls because they've built these systems themselves, or they've worked extremely closely with myself, with my team, or other teams in scaling agencies. It's not like just some random person that we just got who's like taking our calls. It's like, no, these are actual experts. So when I say take it seriously, I really do mean this. Like, I'll be upfront. Like, almost every single person on our team is fully booked. So we really value, yes, their time, but also your time. So take it as seriously as you can. What this looks like is, before you get on the calls, I want you to know your goals 6-12 months out. Where do you actually want to scale to? What's the revenue amount? Is it 50K? Is it 100K? Is it $1 million a month? Like, whatever it is. Then, okay, this is the goal. What's holding you back though? Like, what are the problems you're facing? Is it you're not getting enough bookings? Is it your close rate? Is it your team? Is it all of the above and you're just not tracking anything? Like, what actually is this? And then if you know that, it's like, okay, it's bookings. Okay, what have you tried? Right? Is it Instagram? Is it LinkedIn? Is it email? And bring this stuff to the call. I want you to treat this like a consulting call, right? We're actually going to be giving you feedback. We're actually going to be giving you a roadmap. We're actually going to give you resources. So the more info we have, the better. So if you can, send the info over. One of our, like, if you do book a call, our experts will reach out to you so that you can like open the communication and send over some initial info. Do it. Like, you'll save yourself so much time. And then what happens is, if you can watch our videos, if you can watch the training, like go to the YouTube, go to the free school. If you already know what we do and you're like, no, I like this stuff. This is cool. What our guys can do is they can just say, perfect, let's just get straight to the plan. Let me just get some more info and then we can put something together. Done. Like, we can move quick. So again, take it serious. Again, these calls are designed to be useful first, because even if like you don't sign up now, it's fine. We'll send resources, then maybe you can sign up later. It's not like we're trying to just like, like just get the close. It's like, not at all. So hope you found this useful. If you have any questions, just bring it to the call. Like I said, book a call using the link below, or wherever there is a link, and then just make sure you are as prepared as possible. All right. I'll talk to you soon.